What's good, people? It's Bleeding Green Daily with Philly Fan 1987. You know what? I got something for these Carson Wentz haters, because I don't understand it. Like, people be hating Carson Wentz. And granted, the first couple of weeks, he played like some garbage. Stuff was wild all over the place, and it looked kind of crazy. The offense, while healthy, was not doing anything remotely close to what we thought it was going to do. So I can understand the criticism. When they were criticizing him at that time, I was okay with it because he deserved criticism, and we were criticizing him too. But now, the past 2 weeks, really the past 3 weeks, seeing really the past 4 weeks, improving little bit by little bit, from the Bengals game to the 49ers game to Pittsburgh and to Baltimore, and having less and less every week, it's really not too much that you could say about Carson Wentz anymore. Whatever that slump was, whatever the reason was behind it, whatever was going on at the time, that is gone. He has returned. The fraud went home, and Carson Wentz, the guy that we know and trust, is back. Not only is he back, he's doing it with guys that should not be on the field with other 53-man rosters. Last 2 weeks, the Eagles faced the top 1 and 2 defense, and they put 52 on them. 52 points on them. Nobody has, those two teams alone are averaging, other teams facing them are averaging 15 and 16 yards, 15 and 16 points per game. And we hung 52 on the first and second defense. How are you still hating on Carson Wentz? That's what I need to know. Did you guys just always hate him? Like, did y'all just knew? Like, did y'all get up there on TV and run your mouth and say he's going to be a bust? He's not going to be the quarterback y'all think he was. And since he's been proving y'all wrong and busting your asses 24/7 in that take from the draft, then you're mad and you're in your feelings and you're just waiting for him to slip so you can be right. Like, I don't get it. The worst part of it all, though, is that the Carson Wentz haters, the same Carson Wentz haters, will give these other guys passes that they won't give Wentz. Tom Brady has played horrible in some games this year. He gets a pass. Aaron Rodgers last night stunk it up against the Bucks. Aaron Rodgers was out there doing 3 pumps in the end zone. 3 pumps in the end zone and taking an L. He gets a pass. They said it was his O-line. So his O-line made him throw interception. Okay. Drew Brees has had some rough patches this year. He gets a pass. Like, how do y'all determine who gets a pass and who doesn't get a pass? Like, I understand that they're vets in this league who are proving themselves year in and year out. The majority of them have a 10-year career, so you excuse some things. But 3 pumps in the end zone and taking an L to Brady, I don't understand. Drew Brees having all those weapons surrounding him, taking L's, I don't understand. Tom Brady, with the experience and coming from a team where he usually does more with nothing, taking some of the L's that he took or having some of the struggles that he had early in his career, I don't get it. Losing to Nick Foles again, I don't get it. How do y'all give him passes? And then the people who compare Dak Prescott, I know he's injured. Hope he gets better. But before he got injured, the people who were looking at Dak Prescott and this team of all-stars he has, and they were even losing games as well. He didn't get that slander either. I don't understand what y'all hate about this man, Carson Wentz. But it's weird that he gets all of this slander, especially with the Eagles having injuries. It seems like every year for the past 4 years we've had all these starters going down. Howie Roseman can't draft. Losing very good coaches to other teams. Players leaving in free agency. Key guys being injured again. Like, I don't understand, and the man has consistently done what he's done. And I guess you guys think he's soft because he hasn't played in a playoff game yet. But the ACL, I can give you a pass for that. You get a pass for that. And then he rushed himself back from the ACL injury and had a back injury on top of that while trying to come all the way back from the ACL injury and hurt his back and went out with the hurt back. Nick Foles comes in and takes over. So, got you. You guys, I guess you guys also think he's soft because of all those things. Then he got a helmet from a defensive end. The player lifted his body off of the ground and flew at the quarterback's head. Gave him a concussion. Carson Wentz didn't even take himself out. He had to come out and could not come back because of the concussion protocol. And that thus eliminates him from the game. The defense chose to take the best player out of the game and make sure he was out, and that took him out of the game. So I really don't understand the Carson Wentz slander. I really don't. But I hope he turns it around. I hope he does what he needs to do. I hope he gets to the playoffs, and I hope he can get some wreck against these NFC teams. And the reason why I think if he can make those things happen and he can get there with a healthier team, he can do some work, because he already went up against the number 1 and the number 2 defense, and you put at least 28 up in both games, at least. So if you can do that against the number 1 and the number 2 defense, who else has a defense out here that's really going to be hitting on something? Aaron Rodgers ain't got that defense like that. The Bucks ain't got that defense like that. The 49ers is injured. The Carolina Panthers is doing okay, but they haven't been world beaters. Nobody in the NFC has been world beaters. So if we can get our legs up under us, Carson's out of his slump. If we can get a little healthier, get a few starters back. Jalen Reagor should be back soon. So we'll have the speed receiver out there along with Fulgham on the other side. If Hightower can start catching some balls, as long as Miles Sanders isn't out for the year. If the defense can stay healthy, I'm not counting us out of anything. This will actually be a good year to do some things. So we'll see. But I just really don't understand. And I'm not really getting on Doug. People getting on Doug about everything. People were getting on Doug about only having 8 red zone dial-ups. Only 8 red zone plays, and he exhausted them all. I think everyone is taking that too serious, meaning that he gave them these 8 looks, and these are the 8 looks that they put on the chart. Nobody expects to have 10, 11, 12 red zone opportunities in a game. So for him to only have a few red zone plays on the chart is not that bad. He's got a big playbook. Most people aren't hitting the red zone 8, 9, 10 times a game. So I understand that. Now, that's not excusable reason for what happened, what transpired. It's not. We could have ran one of the 8 that they had up there. We could have ran a different look. We haven't been really getting blocking from the tight end, so why would you put them in a situation where the tight end would have to block, and then Boston Scott would have to take the end, defensive end? That just wasn't the right call. And it's not even about them not being able, Carson Wentz not being able to efficiently run it. We didn't have the right personnel to run what they wanted to run there, and that wouldn't have been it. Now, if you had Jalen Hurts out there, Carson Wentz, and maybe your running back, now the DE is frozen because he's got to decide whether or not this ball is going to the running back, Jalen Hurts, or whether Carson Wentz is keeping it on a keeper. I think that play would have been fine, but I don't believe Hurts was on the field for that. The schedule is much less ferocious in the next couple of weeks. If I remember the schedule correctly, we've got the Giants, we got Dallas, then we have the Giants again, after that we have, I want to say, Seahawks, Saints, Packers, Cowboys again, Cardinals, and then the Redskins. Out of those games, I believe we can win every game in the East as long as our defense is healthy and as long as the O-line can survive all those games. And we get a few pieces back here and there. Jalen Reagor being one of those pieces. I believe we're fine. We're at least fine for this Giants game because they really don't have too much either. They've been injury depleted. So we at least can, if we can at least just make it past them for this week, I think we'll be fine. But I think we can win the East. We can win out in the East games if we can remain healthy enough to stand and last through those games. And if we can keep Carson outright and healthy, I think we have a pretty good chance of winning the East games. Now, I think we can win 1 or 2 in the stretch where we have to win against Seattle, the Saints, and the Packers. We were able to beat the Packers last year, and I don't think we had a full cast at that point. Seahawks has had our numbers regardless, so depending on where the game is and depending on what's going on, it's always been the defense giving Wentz some fits or Russell Wilson giving our defense fits. And with Nathan Gary on the field, I'm going to just go ahead and say that Seahawks game is going to be an L. Especially if they have all their weapons on offense back. Yeah, I'm going to just count that up as an L. I think we have a chance to beat the Packers. And I think we want some smoke with the Saints because the Saints have been talking that hard cash the last couple of years. We built some little bit of a rivalry against them because we just hate them. And yeah, I think that should make for a good game if we're healthy enough. But if I had to make a guess right now, I say we win 1 of those 3. Now I hope we pull off 2, but I think we pull off 1 of those games. Now we've got 5 games left against the East. If I'm saying we're winning that out, then that's 5. That's 5 wins right there. If we can somehow beat the Cardinals, that's 6. If we can take 1 of those games against the Packers, Saints, and Seahawks, that's 7. So we have realistically, I think we have a chance to get to 7 wins. If we can, yeah, I think realistically we can get to 7 wins. I'm trying to think who I missed. 5 games against the East, 4 games against Packers, Saints, Seahawks, and Cardinals. That's 4 games, so that's 9 games. We've already played 6 games. 6 and 9 is 15. So I'm missing a game or 2. But either way, I think if we can get a few players back healthy and try to maintain consistently, I know there's a good chance JP comes back. I don't know. Well, Lane Johnson just needs 2 weeks to kind of get healthier. So that means that the line should be getting healthier and peaking as we finish up these NFC East games. Getting Jalen Reagor back. We're getting Dallas Goedert back. Yeah, so if we can get Dallas Goedert back, Jalen Reagor back, JP and Johnson back, the line should become formidable. Now, if we can get Brandon Brooks back, I really can see us doing some damage. If we can get key members back on offense healthy, if Zach Ertz is not done for the year, Miles Sanders is not done for the year, like, we could really make some noise with our team getting healthy at the right time. Carson Wentz being out of his slump and consistently having good games. Like, you see what we did against Pittsburgh and the Ravens with the chicken scratch that we had. Like, give me Goddard back. Give me Ertz putting a little bit more effort in. Give me Miles Sanders. Give me Jason Peters. Give me Lane Johnson. If Brandon Brooks and a healthy, the way that the defense is right now, healthy defense, yeah, I think we can make some noise if we can win the East and get into the playoffs. And we having a low-key season because everybody's counting us out, because everybody's just remembering the 3 weeks that Carson had at the beginning. So yeah, if we can get healthy at the right times, maybe we can make some magic happen. Maybe we can shut some people up. Maybe we can make a little bit of a run. Now, Carson, if you get in the playoffs at all, shut everyone down. Shut everyone down. Shut the noise up. Get the first win, and then make a run. This is Bleeding Green Daily with Philly Fan 1987. Peace.